I love you, Poppy.
Hey, V, line them up.
All praises to the Most High. Start off giving blessings, honor, glory, and power. Be to him that sits upon the throne and to the Lamb, Yahushai Hamashiach. That's right. We're the children of Israel. And we got a lot of people out here speaking that foolishness. It's almost like it doesn't even make sense for their response that they have to the obviousness of what we're laying out in the scriptures and line it up with historical references. That's how you know that these people are hell-bent traitors. They the Antiochians that was mentioned in the scriptures in the first and second Maccabees. Them sellouts, man. We have people that was glad to turn away from the Most High power with enthusiasm. That explains the reason why we having such of a opposition from our own people. Makes no sense. If we was just China, man, if we was the Chinese saying these things to them folks out there in China, telling them that they was God's chosen people. And that if their history was actually the same as ours, let's just switch places. And if they had the same history that we had, and we didn't have this transatlantic slave trade, it was to the Chinamen. They would have been and hearkened unto their prophets, to the messengers that the Most High Power sent to them Chinese folks. Last dude that they had that wasn't 75% retarded, I guess we can say, was that dude B-Bomb, also known as Buddha. What a waste of breath. But last time they had somebody that was speaking probably half the sense as the rest of them. Speaking twice the sense as the rest of them, which probably was like 50% capacity. That average eating. Well, they worshipped and followed that dude to the T. And his teachings still live on to this day. Yet, our people, they rather try to make things up and freestyle as they go along. You tired of your freestyle. Y'all done freestyle. Every time you look up right, the black man, he doesn't take the time to write, put his face inside a book. He don't want to put himself inside of a notebook either now. When it comes, now he want to be. You want free damn thing? They have no idea how played out that is of an approach and try to overcome these obstacles that we are facing over here in this country. Is the sound check on?
Yeah, sound good. Sound good. No, you kind of going in and out just now.
The music was?
No, you for a second, but the music good.
Okay. But yeah, man. People with this lust, unsatiable lust of disbelief that is seemed to be prolific throughout the children of Israel, also known as the so-called. You know, we're gonna go to the scriptures, man. Go to We're going to go to Psalms. Um, Psalms 78. Let's get that.
Psalm 78.
All right.
Yeah. Hear me?
Oh, you think that you can get that going?
Yeah, I can get it going. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 78.
Yeah, it's not mess up what I do.
Hear me?
Uh,
Can you hear me, Battle Axe?
yeah,
Oh yeah, you going in and out. I'm gonna get it though. It says, "Let God arise, let his enemies be scattered. Let them also that hate him flee before him."
hey, hold on.
Yeah, you going in and out.
Can you knock my lie?
Yeah.
Out.
Oh, I was on the wrong one.
Hey, uh, hey, can you share the screen?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, man. My bad on the you was going in and out, but I got it. Battle Axe. You there? Damn. Fuck you, y'all. Let me get a second. Yeah, Salakia, y'all. Just give us a minute and bear with us, man. We're gonna get right back at y'all. Give us a second.
I'm back in the scene.
All right,
All right. What it sound like? We good?
Yeah, we good. So we on Psalm 78, right?
Wait, is it still playing beats?
Yeah.
Beats are still playing?
Yeah, I still hear beat.
Okay, now what?
No beat.
How about now?
Nope.
Okay. How about
Yeah. Yep.
screen?
Damn. Yeah, it started going in and out. You hear me? We still here?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All
Mm-hmm.
right, cool. All right, yeah. Psalm 78.
All right.
What was that?
What you hear?
Yeah, man. You keep going in and out every if you say a long sentence.
Okay. Now, we good?
Yeah, go ahead, say something.
Yeah, what's up? What's happening? One nation set. How
Yeah, you Borgin.
about that?
You was
I'm
Borgin.
Borgin now?
Yeah.
Damn. Let me see something. I'm gonna do how about
Was that?
we
Okay.
still ain't good? We still ain't good?
Yeah, I can barely hear you. I can barely I can make out what you're saying,
How
but
about
it
you?
keeps
How about now? Can you make out what I'm saying?
yeah, it's good. It's good.
All right. Let's just get it going, man. All right. It says right here, you got that Psalm 78? It says, hear my
Yep.
law, my people, incline your ears unto the words of my mouth. I will open my mouth in parables and speak of things of old, which we have heard and known, and such as our fathers have told us, that we should not
Huh.
hide them from the children of the generations to come. All right. The
Huh.
law, man, is not to be hidden from the children of the generations that we are have that we're in now, man. We is that generation that was to come. Now we have came. We here. Now we ain't hiding these laws from our people. And we
That's
ain't
right.
letting our people hide themselves from these laws either. You got them wicked that wants to try to stay in the state of denial. But
Huh.
none of that stuff is gonna fly, man. You know what I'm saying? Because by us professing these things makes it to where they didn't hate it the father and the son, man. Now they ain't got no shield for their unrighteousness.
That's right.
He says, that we should not hide them from the children of the generation to come, but to show the honor of the Most High, his might and wonderful works that he has done. He made a covenant with Jacob, first off. So that's that. This is first and foremost. He made a covenant with Jacob and gave Israel a law.
That's right.
He didn't say he did that to the whole world. He said that he gave these things to the children of Israel. And that's what it is. Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can share your screen real quick. Let me see if it's Borgen. Is it Borgen?
Nope, you good.
All right. All right. He says he has commanded our forefathers, which he has, I mean, Salaka, which he commanded our forefathers to teach their children. You know, we need to,
Con.
and our brothers, they need to pay attention to this stuff, man. They need to take it for what it's worth. This is generational information that's been passed down by the black man.
That's right.
And these dudes now, this generation, they done lost their way so far. You know what I mean? They done lost their focus, and they've been so alienated from their God in such a degree to where now they think that they smart by denying it. That's some sad ass shit, man. That's real pathetic.
Con.
They ought to be ashamed of themselves, man. He said, which he commanded our forefathers to teach their children, that their posterity might know it, and the children which were yet unborn. That so it was information for them at that time and for us in these
Con.
days. Because we are those ones at that time when it was written, the yet unborn.
That's right.
He says, to the intent that when they came up, they might show their children the same. So to the intent that when we come up, we might show our children the same. Passing
Con.
this down generation upon generation. This is generational gain.
That's
That,
right.
to keep you in bounds with your God and to maintain your generational wealth and property, man.
Con.
And to keep, you know what I'm saying, with the mind being the main focus of this project and that tool and instrument to keep these things going. He says the intent that when they came up, they might show their children the same, that they also might put their trust. So, in order that they also might put their trust in Allahaya and not to forget what he had done, but to keep his commandments. What? Not forgetting what he has done, but to keep his commandments. Do
That's
what
right.
he has told us, man. Respect that we have a God of power, man, and justice and equity and righteousness. He said, and not to be as their forefathers, and I mean their forefathers, the not the ones that actually kept these laws, but this the other ones, the other set of the forefathers, a forward and overthwart generation, a generation that see not their heart aright. I mean, that set not their heart aright. A generation that did not actually correct themselves.
Con.
He said, and whose spirit was not true toward the Most High, because that's where the problem in thinking area occurs. It's not so much as they hate us when they lashing out or backbiting, becoming argumentative and smart alekish. That's not who they're actually showing the disdain to. This is their spirit showing the disdain towards God.
Con.
They
Yeah,
have a
that's
they have a
facts.
they have an evil, unruly, demonic, dark entity that dwells inside of them.
Con.
And it manifests itself, especially when it's being presented in front of the children of the most high power with them law, statutes, and commandments and that light thereof, man. You're gonna see what's really dwelling on the inside. That's what this is, man. This is a word that pierces unto the soul.
Con.
In other words, man, it exposes the true colors of a person.
That's right.
You really know what you're dealing with. And you really know who this person is and how they feel towards God when you come through and try to crack this book open to them.
Con.
You know,
Yep.
this is how our forefathers was. These are the same people. These are the same actions that came from these people that ended up in the predicament that we've been in for the last 400 plus years.
That's right.
Yet, we got people that think that ain't nothing wrong with with this with denying the most high power and the laws, statutes, and commandments thereof, man. They think it's no problem. They thinking that they actually is they think they got one up on you. What?
Yeah, it's tripping.
That's some dumb ass shit. And then you look and see what do they have to offer, and it's nothing. A blank.
Right. You know what I mean? They went, they're as the forefathers, man, that was stubborn, rebellious, man.
That's what it says on yours. It says stubborn and rebellious.
Yep.
This one
It
says
says,
forward and overthwart.
dang.
You see that? But you see what I'm saying? That's what I was trying to
Yep.
tell people. I said when you go into the old English, they start using words that we don't even use anymore. You ain't
Right.
probably never heard the word overthwart.
Yep. Con.
That's just a side note, you know. He says, and not to be as their forefathers, a forward or a rebellious. What was in the word on there?
Yeah, rebellious,
And what's the other one?
stubborn.
Rebellious and stubborn generation. So overthwart is stubborn.
It says that they not be as their fathers, a stubborn and rebellious generation. So forward will probably
Okay, forward would be stubborn, and overthwart would be rebellious.
rebellious. Con.
Rebellious generation. A generation that set not their heart aright or corrects themselves, and whose spirit was not true toward their God.
That's right.
He said, like as the children of Ephraim, which being harnessed and carrying bows, turned themselves back in the time of battle. Man.
Dang.
And that's what they doing, man. Wow. You see that?
Yep.
He just now said that these rebellious and stubborn cats are just as equivalent as them brothers. Is they the same action that they doing is just as equivalent as turning their back when they had the bows and everything,
Right.
carrying bows and harnesses, thinking that they ready to try to liberate the black man, being about black business and all that.
Dang.
But then at the same time, these same mofos turning their back in the time of battle.
Con.
This is where the fight is at. The fight is in your mind first. Of course, there's all kinds of other instruments, but if you don't get your mind right, you know what I'm saying? You got to know better to do better.
Con.
You know?
Yep.
You can't be sitting around here not knowing nothing about the law, statutes, and commandments that's acceptable by your God, man. We have an entity that stands over us, man. And curses are good things.
Con.
Curses your blessings. Destroys us. And it's all because we're doing the wrong things and we enjoy doing them. I'm talking about these things have victims. The stuff that we like to do leaves victims behind. Not and it's not always physical. It could be financial, emotional, verbal, whatever. But the way that we conduct ourselves leaves victims.
That's right.
And that stuff right there is unacceptable.
Con.
He says right here, he says, they keep not the covenant of the Most High. What number is that?
That's 10.
Salakia. I'm going to write these numbers down. I like this. All right. Okay. They keep not the covenant of the Most High, or keep not the covenant of Allahayim, and would not walk in his laws.
Dang.
They forget what he had done and the wonderful works that he had showed for them. And our brothers is doing the same thing today. We got the same things being done by our people right now. People that just would not or refuse to walk in his laws. He said, we had 12. He said, marvelous things did he in the sight of our fathers in the land of Egypt, even in the field of Zoan.
Khan.
He divided the sea and let them go through it, and made the waters to stand like a wall. In the daytime, he led them with the cloud, you know what I'm saying?
Khan.
And all the night through with a light of fire. He clove the hard rocks in the wilderness and gave them drink thereof, as it had been out of the great deep. And it's crazy too, because he's done the same thing right now. He didn't clave this rock, this burden that's been set on the children of Israel by our enemies. What I mean by this burden, I mean by this false doctrine that we've been actually been convoluted or been duped into believing. You feel me? That right there, and this same thing that's been standing against us, and we've been taught it. We've been taught how to ignore it by the grace and by the power of the Almighty Yah O Bahashah Yah Shah Hamashiach.
Khan.
We didn't got cleansed of all the doctrines on our own without any of these white folks, these Edomites help. Without
That's right.
anybody pointing this stuff to us, man. Just like this, that, you know what I'm saying? That's just like symbolic to that cleaving that rock and water coming up out of it, man. The Most High has broken these false doctrines that's supposed to be coming along with this book.
Khan.
And our people, you know, the smart ones, which is the Israelite cats, them brothers, they know about that. That wouldn't be a hard concept to grasp.
That's right.
But to these other brothers, they see it, but yet they want to deny it. Yeah, I said it. They see it. They do see, like, dang, these niggas done just came out of literally the left field, out of nowhere, deep with it too.
Yeah.
They're like, damn. And in the back of their mind, you have to say, man, that must be God. You know what I'm saying? Anybody's
Khan.
natural response after that would be, man, that must be God doing that. That's definitely God working with us. But at the end of the day, these people are traitors. These people are wicked, hell bent on the dark ways of their own life that they actually are going about.
That's the. That's
So
true.
they end up just going around and just bypassing or turning a blind eye to the obviousness
That's right.
of the presence of the Most High power and how He's dealing with us, man. Look at it. He says, He brought the waters out of the stony rock. We have 16, right? He
Yep.
brought the waters out of the stony rock so that they gushed out like the rivers. Yet, for all this, they sinned against Him. So, yeah, and all these things mentioned, they still sinned against the Most High now. They over here
Yeah.
talking smack about Him. Blasphemous the Most High's word, His reputation, and even His entity. You got people up there trying to knock the Messiah. You even got people saying burn the Bible. And what is
Blasphemy.
this stuff, man? What kind of folks is these folks? These are Antiochian traitors. That's the kind
That's
of
right.
folks we're dealing with. He said they tempted. We at 18. He says they tempted Allahaya in their hearts and required meat for their lust. You know, that's when they want to
Khan.
see a sign. Oh, let me
Yeah.
see, let me see, let me see you walk on water.
Man.
Let me see you turn water into wine.
Khan. Like you don't need that meat. You a babe, man. You need milk.
You know
You
what
need
I
to
mean?
learn. You need to learn the law, statutes, and commandments. Because if you see me walking on water, you want to do the same thing, and you might be a wicked person.
Yeah, and if that's what it takes, and if that's what it takes for you to turn from your sins, what value is it of worth?
Right.
Why don't you, why don't you believe? Use use some responsibility from your part too, and actually be like, all right, I'm going to use the information that he just now said and line it up with the historical information that's been presented already, and I'm going to draw a conclusion without a biased outlook. That's all you got to do. And then you'll say, yeah, that sounds like those two things go hand in hand.
Con.
The Bible and the curses they're talking about, and the Israelites, and the transatlantic slave trade, and the experience in the Americas and the black people. You be like, that's a no-brainer. That is a no-brainer. What you say, but see what it is that they tempted the Most High in their hearts and required meat for their lust. You know,
Yeah.
like now they requiring of a wicked and adulterous generation seeks for a sign.
Con.
Same thing, same thing. What it is that they want some type of answer to their area of standard of acceptance. They want you to answer to that. Well, my standard of acceptance is if you walk through a wall. And you want me to answer to that shit? Man, F you.
Con.
Don't hold your breath. You can't sit there and actually believe the words of Moses. You won't even believe a ghost.
Con.
He says, they won't even believe one that has risen from the dead, man.
That's right.
They tempted the Most High in their hearts and required meat for their lusts. For they spake against the Most High and said, yeah, God shall prepare a table in the wilderness. Shall he? Lo, repeat this, man. He smote the stony rock that the watery streams gushed out, and the streams flowed withal. How can he give bread and provide flesh for his people? When the Most High heard this, man, this pissed him off. He was wroth. So the fire was kindled in Jacob, and heavy displeasure against Israel, because they believed not in the Most High. They what?
They believed not.
They
They
believed
believed not.
It's because they believed not. Asking all these questions. You know? They can say, like when they say, lo, he smote the stony rock, that streamy waters gushed out and the streams float withal. You know?
Yeah.
They say, okay, we can see that you guys are Israelites and you guys lean off the Bible. But what is that gonna do for me economically? How are we gonna get, say all them stupid questions?
Dang.
That's
Whoa,
the
that
same
was
thing. But
deep.
how can he give bread and provide flesh for his people? Like, make you want to slap these, man. It's the same stuff. You see that?
Yeah.
That's mind blowing, man. That's meat market stuff right there, man. This right here is getting about 15 slabs of that New York steak.
Con.
You know?
Yeah.
He says low. Okay, we at 21, right? He
Yeah.
said, when the Most High heard this, man, and just like right now, we in the same position. He's hearing y'all doing all this stuff. It's just a damn shame how we just line it up perfectly with the scriptures. He
Con.
said, when the Most High heard this, he was wroth. So the fire was kindled in Jacob. And that's why you see them people getting hit with the Wuhan virus. Wuhan, even though we are in the last days, and the last days is pretty much to cater. The last days are to cater to Israel.
That's right.
You get what I'm saying? Even though that is the case, in the meantime, The so-called black men is catching it. They catching hell right along with everybody else. They over there filling up them pine boxes. They over there catching the Wuhan. At least
Wuhan.
that's what they reporting.
Uh,
So we looking like, oh, okay. You gonna look outside of the Wuhan. You see violence then had a drastic uptick. It's then peaked and spiked. I'm talking when I say violence, I'm talking about violence amongst the black community.
yeah.
I don't
That's
know. I don't
true.
know. I don't know if them brothers then got a hold of a bunch of guns or if it's because everybody's sitting around quarantining and just kind of I don't know, just having the crazies. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, set aside all other carnal explanations. This is the most high power putting that fire, you know? This is the
Con.
most high that he kindled that fire. And this is that fire that's blazing amongst the so-called black men now.
Con.
That's what it really is. If you wanna get spiritually accurate, he says, because the most high he kindled a fire in Jacob and heavy displeasure against Israel, because they believed not in the most high and put not their trust in his help.
Dang.
Man. Because and what's crazy because he's saying a heavy displeasure against Israel. He put a heavy displeasure against Israel because he sees that the people that actually has the brains and bronze, they wicked as hell still. And now that right there will give a prime explanation on why we get such of a negative response from these people when we try to present the correction of the Most High God to them.
That's
They're
right.
like, they're like they have a strong displeasure, even with just to hear you say anything, and you like, I'm not even talking biblical, you know. Well, I can tell that you know where you're
You about
coming
to
from,
take it
or
there.
where you about to go to with this.
Right.
You're like, dang man, you really have a strong displeasure, or like he says, a heavy displeasure against Israel, man, because they believe not in God and put not their trust in his help. So he commanded the clouds above and opened the doors of heaven. He rained down manna upon them for to eat and gave them bread from heaven. They ate, then ate they angels' food, for he sent them meat enough, you know? And that's what, and it's crazy too, because that's what he's doing when he's bringing the best of the best to these cats, man. You getting the cream of the crop. When these people are dissing the most high power,
Uh,
talking smack to the children of Israel, man, you are rejecting the cream of the crop, the best of the best. Ain't nothing like so-called black men that walking up out of the BS that we've been being introduced to,
uh,
and then gravitating to the most high power wholeheartedly. Man, ain't nothing like that, man. Because back in the days, these brothers they had a lot of cultural things that kept them a little bit more associated with the right direction, and you know what I'm saying, and the way that things was being done. But us, man, we literally like babies. But babies that have raised themselves. That right there is like, damn, man, and he raised himself right. You be like, wow, that was pretty. pretty commendable. Well, that's the same thing as what we doing. We doing it through God. We ain't really raising ourselves, but at the same time, we ain't following after any other example, but just through this book. And some
That's
of the
right.
things are, yeah, some of the things are a little bit more codically put to where you gotta kind of, like it says, you gotta hearken diligently. When it says that, you know what I mean? It wasn't saying it lightly. There's some parts in there where you just gotta hearken diligently. Gotta look real hard. You gotta know.
Uh,
And that's like we're reviving a long lost culture by ourselves, single handedly, man. That's why, you know what I'm saying, these people they eating angels food, man.
uh,
We are the real messengers now, man. You know? He said he caused the east wind to blow under the heaven, and through his power he brought in the south wind. He made flesh to rain upon them as thick as dust, and feathered fowls, like as the sand of the sea. He let it fall all among their tents round about their habitations, so that they ate and were filled. For he gave them their own desire. They were not disappointed of their lust. And look, man, that's like the same thing as when we look around and you see these people. They'll say, well, Donald Trump put more money in my pocket than any other president. So I'm like, oh, okay. So you know what I'm saying, you like what's happening with the stimulus package and everything, huh? Okay. All right. You see that the most high power has shut down, you know, shut down this whole governmental system in a manner as we used to know it. Now it's kind of like these people are just always sitting around here talking about how they're gonna break somebody off something proper.
right.
You like you look around and you see people with big old chains on their necks, seeing people riding around in fancy cars. Yet they still ain't turned to the Most High, even though they got all their little heart lust, their little stupid little trinkets and everything, their heart's desire. Even though they can see that it's evident that if they ain't got it, that at least the children of Israel, there's some people that's getting it. Like the so-called black man within the last 2 years or last year, and came up. He's not as broke as he used to be. Just literally just sitting around with the fuck with the unemployment, not the scammers. Them dudes gonna go to jail. But we talking about the real ones that just had just little shitty little jobs. Now they ain't able to work there. Well, that shitty little job wasn't carrying as much jam as the EDD thing because them brothers is just still chilling. They able to sit at home and raise their kids. I'm like, these were the things that we told these people was going to be happening at that 400-year mark.
That's right.
And then when it starts happening, they eating that angel's food.
Time.
They eating this fleshly meat. At the end of the day, what is their response? Let's see what their response was, man. He said, but while the meat was yet in their mouths, the heavy wrath of the Most High came upon them, slew them, while they, while slew the, wait a minute, yeah, slew the wealthiest of them, and smote down the chosen men of Israel. But for all this, they sinned yet more. And what? Man, these people
Believe
still
not.
believe not his wondrous works, man. Even though the Most High then slew down the wealthiest of them, man.
Dang.
They lost. Most High got rid of all the fake gods, and he's replacing these people with the true leadership of the so-called black men, which is the Israelites. And when I'm talking about he slew down the wealthiest of them, where's the Michael Jacksons at now? Gone. Where's the Bernie Mac's at? Gone. Where's that one dude that was playing Black Panther? That dude's dead.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where's that Kobe Bryant? Dead. Well, which one is it? Who's the dude that's dead? Was it Kobe?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's dead. You know, where they Bill Cosby at? In a
Gone.
slammer.
Yeah.
Might die up in that mix. The Most High is doing all this stuff. And these people, they still believe not.
Gone.
They still they just sinned more. He said, therefore their days were consumed in vanity, and suddenly their years were gone. And this is the next phase that our people is facing, man. Like you guys keep on walking around in this state of believing, of disbelieving, this believing not thing that you guys going to keep on going on, man. All of a sudden, man, the Most High is just going to let your days just be suddenly gone. Your days are consumed in vanity, and suddenly your years were gone, shall be gone. He said, when he slew them, they sought him and turned him early unto the Most High. Turned them early unto the Most High. They thought then that the Most High was their succor, and that the high power was their redeemer. Nevertheless, they did but flatter him in their mouths, and dissembled with him in their tongues. For their heart, what? He said, because their heart was not whole with them, neither continued they in his covenant. And that goes for them other cats too, them Torah only cats, man.
Gone.
Because their hearts are not whole with him, you know?
Hey.
And they didn't continue in the covenant, going off now into the new covenant.
Yeah.
They're not even trying to acknowledge it. They still waiting for something else. Or they're still waiting for a Messiah, or they're trying to say the Messiah happened before Yahushua, but nobody wrote about Anias.
Right.
They're writing about Yahushua. And that's the stuff that's, you know, it's a repetitive pattern that we keep on going through.
Gone.
You know? Because right now, when they say that they're just Torah only, man, you know what that is to the Most High? That's just flattery, man.
That's right.
What does it say? What number is that when it says, nevertheless, they did but flatter? What number is that?
That was 36.
He said, yeah, they did but flatter him in their mouths and dissembled with him in their tongues. Damn. By sitting there saying that the Torah only, that's how you dissemble with God.
Dang. Yep.
Think about that. You're using God to dissemble. I'm Torah only. You're like, the whole book is Torah. What? You like, it's Torah just means instruction. It gives an instructions all the way to the end.
Gone.
Like, what are you talking about? How are you going to try to dissemble God with God? You're stupid.
Gone.
That's ridiculous. Backwards, man. I'm trying to tell you, man. Black people, not Israelites, not the true ones that's keeping the law, statutes, and commandments cover to cover. I'm talking about these half steppers all the way down. Oh man, them people, man, they make us look bad. They make us look real bad. You got to be like some real ignorant people to be getting down like that. That's why I had to tell somebody. I said, "Hey, man." They were like, "Well, we are the original inhabitants of America, and this and this and that." And I said, none of that shit makes no sense because nothing explains the the intellectual gap between the so-called black man and everybody else. I was like, we were here just as long as a white man was here, at least according to historical references. You want to say even further. I was like, so with that being said, there is no explanation for us not reading and being able to write other than the Middle Passage.
That's right.
I said, and nothing else can explain all of us being over there in them islands, which is called the Middle Passage.
That's right.
Nothing that can explain that other than the transatlantic slave trade.
Con. They jumped
I,
ship.
I said, there is nothing else to explain that. I said, you see how you go? I said, you see how we do that? I said, that's how we go and find the truth. It's by you trace back your steps. You trace back your steps, and no matter what, that whole Dane Calloway thing, and sitting there trying to say that black man was over here in America, the Native Americans, all this stuff, that stuff will fall and crumble apart.
That's
Like,
right.
what is your last name? My last name is Wilkins. Shut it down. The Native Americans over here, nor the Africans over there in the other continent had last names, let alone call themselves Wilkins.
Con.
So well, the Native Americans probably had last names, but the Africans didn't have last names. I don't really know too much about them cats, but I know the Native Americans, they had names like Running Dog, Running, Running Pigeon Paw. That was the names. He said, nevertheless, they did but wait, 37. He said they dissembled with him in their tongues because their heart was not whole with him. Neither continued they in his covenant. Man, if I was an Old Testament cat, an Old Testament junkie, and heard this done right now by one nation set apart, I'd have probably slapped myself. He said, but he was so merciful that he forgave their misdeeds and destroyed them not. All right, well, look like there's some good news for you guys, yes. He said, yeah, many a time turned he his wrath away and would not suffer his whole displeasure to arise. Oh, okay, I get it. So these guys have received this area right here,
Right. Of
this
punishment.
scripture, this mercy. Because the moment that they said that the first time, they should have been put to death.
Con.
The first moment that they said, I don't believe in the Messiah, you should have been put to death. You should have dropped dead. The ghost should have departed from these brothers. But it didn't. The Most High still sat back and allowed these ignorant statements to continue coming out of these stupid heads. Man, we got a merciful power, man.
Con.
Real talk. He said, yeah, many a times turned he his wrath
Dang.
away. Huh?
Yeah, that was deep.
That's deep, huh?
Yeah. They're
Yeah,
receiving that
many.
mercy.
Uh,
They're receiving that mercy.
they actually has, man. And what are they doing with it? Acting retarded with it.
Yep.
Childish. Hold on, I'm just grabbing the cup. Hey, did you hear any music?
Nope.
Dang. Yeah, I'm jamming out over here, man. But yeah, man, they had opportunity after opportunity Akmalak, battle axe. You know,
Con.
coming at you, man. Like, hey, man. This is how this runs, man. This is how this goes, man. Let's make this happen. Hop aboard, man. Let's roll. Time after time, and each time they done said something that totally, you know what I'm saying, deemed themselves worthy to be destroyed. Yet the Most
Con.
High still didn't destroy these people, man. We have 40. He says because this is the reason why he didn't destroy them is right here. He says because he considered that they were but flesh. All right.
Dang.
Even a wind that passes away and comes not again. Oh man, you just been that means they've been put on the level of non-factors. What?
Yeah.
Like you is non-factors, man. I'm not gonna really just sit here and take you too serious. I know that you're whack. He said, how often have they grieved him in the wilderness? How many a times have they provoked him in the desert? Shoot, countless. I think that I'll answer that question with my information and my knowledge is it was countless. These brothers has done this, man.
Yeah,
They
many.
turned back and tempted the Most High and moved the Holy One in Israel. Man, talking smack about Yahushai.
Con.
They thought not of his hand. They didn't. These people are not trying to consider that they're going to be tripped on for this stuff, man. I don't know how they do it. I don't. You know. I don't think that I can get away with. I don't think I can get away with lying to a kid
Con.
versus sitting around here blaspheming the Most High, turning away from the Most High, provoking the Most High. You like, man, these dudes, man, they some real seriously ill-minded people, man.
Con.
44, he said, they thought not of his hand in the day when he delivered them from the hand of the enemy, how he had wrought his miracles in Egypt and his wonders in the land of Zoan. Man, this is a guy that kills, man. What you talking about?
That's right.
How he turned their waters into blood so that they might not drink of the rivers. How he sent lice among them to eat them up and frogs to destroy them. He gave their fruit unto the caterpillars and their labor unto the grasshoppers.
Dang. You know what I mean? If you grow, you know that those are destructive insects, you know what I mean, when it comes to planting. And then when you look at it at the spiritual aspect, you know what I mean, that fruit that you thought you had, that little knowledge that they think they got, get eaten right up, man.
That's right.
And they labor.
You know? Go ahead. Did I cut you off?
No, that was good.
No, I'm like, man, that's real, man. That's exactly what they doing, man. They hold knowledge. They hold little walking, trying to think that they walk in the know-how. That whole
Right.
little thing that they doing, man, is being blown out the water
Calm.
and became useless. That's what happened with the Egyptians, and that's what's going to be happening with these so-called brothers. And that's what I kind of see was already happening to these so-called brothers. You be like, man, you guys, you sit around here trying to contemplate the autonomism of the so-called black man, and you ain't coming up with nothing.
Calm. You
You
still
know,
in that same seat you've been sitting in. Ain't nobody wrote
saying
down nothing. Ain't nobody got no plans. You still lost. Somebody asked you a
lost,
question. Somebody asked you a serious political question. You telling them, I gotta get back on you. Act like that one.
right?
You like what? I thought you knew. I thought you had like a plan to become autonomous and all that.
Right.
No,
Thought
but
you
this
was the
brother
man with
right
the
here,
master
V.
plan. Thought you was the man with the master plan.
Right.
You turned out to know nothing.
He ain't got no plan.
You don't have a plan at all. You're clueless. You just shooting me down.
Yeah.
That's all you do. You too damn busy shooting down the Israelite. That actually got a plan. That's just pathetic. Another race would look down on a person like us, like that. He said he smoked their cattle. Like it. He said at 49, how he beat down their vineyards with hailstones and their mulberry trees with the frost. He smote their cattle with hailstones and their flocks with hot thunderbolts. How he sent upon them the furiousness of his wrath, anger and displeasure, with trouble and falling in of evil angels. And if these brothers, man, don't get their game right, these evil angels, which is going to be angry as Israelites, going to be showing up on these brothers with a long sword ready to cut their neck off when they over there with Timmy up under the bed.
Dang. Yeah.
They think it's a game with the most high power. He got the day that's been set for these wicked people. It's called the day of the Lord.
Con.
He said, when he made a way to his fearful indignation and spared not their souls from death. Yeah, and gave their cattle over to the pestilence. When he smote all the firstborn in Egypt, the most principal and mightiest in the dwellings of what? Ham.
Damn.
He said, but as for his own people, he led them forth like sheep and carried them in the wilderness like a flock. He brought them out safely that they should not fear and overwhelmed their enemies with the sea. He carried them into the borders of his sanctuary, even into his hill, which he purchased with his right hand. That's right, man. One with war.
Con. That's right. That battle axe.
Yeah. And we the ones, man, we that sheep. He gonna lead forth the sheep. Cause we follow after him.
That's
You
right.
can't be led if you don't follow,
Con. Can't be a
you
goat.
know? Right. Con. Isn't that tight?
Con. Yep. That's deep.
These brothers, these are the things that they're supposed to be considering. He said, he brought them out safely that they should not fear and overwhelmed their enemies with the sea. He carried them with the borders of his sanctuary. I mean, Slakia. He carried them unto the borders of his sanctuary, even into this hill, which he purchased with his right hand. He did cast out the heathen before them, caused their land to be divided among them for an heritage, and made
Con.
the tribes of Israel dwell in their tents. For all this, out of all this, they tempted the Most High and displeased the Most High power, and kept not his covenant, but turned their backs and fell away like their forefathers, starting aside like a broken bow. And so they grieved him with their high places and provoked him with their images. And it's crazy too, man. Cause we do the same stuff, man. They
Did it
provoking the
say
Most High.
worshiping of images?
Provoked them.
But
What
what?
did you say?
No,
It says,
I was just asking the question, because people when they see they be like, they be like, oh no, the Most High ain't got nothing against graven images. Well, Psalm 78:58 lets you know the Most High do got a problem with graven images. He gets jealous when you try to recreate what he already created. Period.
right.
He
You're
doesn't like it.
provoking. That's right, man. You're calling them out.
Right.
You're dissing them off.
You ain't gotta bow down to that thing and worship it. You already bowed down to it when you made it.
Right.
You ain't knowing. Or when you bought it, whatever. However you
You
got
got
that.
it.
If you got it, you provoke them to anger.
That's right. Because when it says asa or thou shalt not make, it's asa.
Right. Khan.
And asa is all kinds of stuff.
That's right.
You shall not wear,
Khan.
buy, hold,
That's right.
carry.
Think one of them even sing unto,
Yeah.
sing like something. That is trivial. You gotta seek the word diligently, man.
Right. And stop trying to justify, trying to justify your rationalizations. But that's all
Khan.
they're doing. They're just rationalizing. No, well, I can keep a dog, can't I? You're like, why would you think that you can keep a dog? Because it's not made out of stone. Like, is it still a similitude of something? Uh,
Yeah.
okay. What about and it go through another thing? You're like, what are you doing? Why are you trying to rationalize? You're studying to try to hold on to this concept.
Right.
Why don't you just let it go? You say,
Now I heard a person say the other day, the people in the medical field, they got blow up dolls to practice on. Are you saying that's bad? To try to
they,
justify their kids having graven images in the house, like dolls and stuff like that, action figures, things like that.
um, like they're not bowing and worshiping to it. I can hit you with that. It's a tool. It's serving as a purpose that is probably implied for it.
Fine.
But
Like that,
you,
like that serpent that Moses made.
Khan, it had its purpose.
Con. Yeah, I mean, and
But
then
you,
those people started, if you read further onto the text, they got tripped on by the Most High because they start worshiping that thing.
Khan. That's what because nobody didn't tell them to go off and do all that.
Con. You know what I mean? Come on now.
It serves its purpose, and then when the purpose was served, you got to leave it alone.
That's right.
But you want to go off and try to make it. You trying to make it something. That's
Con.
when it turns into a problem. And the kids, you can't give action figures and dolls to kids because that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to make it something. They don't know how to filter that out. They're not going to be like an adult like me and you and just look at that and say, you know what, this is some bullshit. Let me go ahead and put this thing up, put it down to the side, I know I don't need to be holding on to this anywhere. A little kid's gonna start talking to it, gonna start moving it around, making it have its own little personality. Then it's gonna
Yeah.
start calling it his friend. And then it can't go anywhere without it. You're gonna be like,
Right.
this is a fucking you just turned this into some fucking god to this kid.
Yeah. Con. Let you take that away from the kid. You're gonna start crying.
Right. Kid will just fall all the
Attitude.
way out.
You know what I mean? Probably tell them to hate you.
Yeah, the kid will have a complete fallout.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tell you it hates you. Start might get might get his ass whooped for some shit like that. Over that you know what I'm saying though?
Right.
Get his ass whooped, take an ass whooping over that dog.
Con.
You're like, man, you know and check it out. And the crazy thing about it is that's the most funk a lot of people are gonna ever put up to stand against something that they believe in.
That's right.
What? That's gonna be the most funk, the most fight that they're gonna probably ever put up. But then when it comes down to fight for their God, they're gonna blow that off.
Man, that's crazy.
They'd be like, damn, the only time that you actually had any fight is when you was a kid and you fought for a graven damn image.
Con.
Like you made God jealous. Especially when he knew that you was gonna be such a sellout when you became an adult. Oh man. You're like, damn man, you going hard on the kids today, Battle Axe. Well shit. Them kids is resurrected traitors.
Con.
Like you're gonna hear that word a lot coming from One Nation Set Apart these
That's
days
right.
because that's what I see. Especially after I read Maccabees for like the third time. Man, traitors, man. That's what we are. Oh, that's the reason why there's so much snitching going off. You know,
Yeah.
there's
Con.
there's a lot of snitching popping off in the black communities. And what
That's
I mean
right.
by snitching, I ain't talking about people going out of their ways to report a crime. I'm talking about these dudes. They'll have a league. They'll have a pact, an oath, and that shouldn't be getting broken in the black community, man.
Con.
And when I was a kid growing up, I thought that everybody knew not to snitch.
Con.
I thought everybody was just kind of pretty much sold up on that one. We all can agree with that. We ain't got to worry about that one. Man, you got to worry about that.
That's right.
And it's because and you're like, damn. So what's behind it? You're like, these are treasoners, man. They're traitors. That's what you're dealing with. You're dealing with traitors.
Con.
They don't stand for their own God. They trade against. They traded. They'll trade against God right now. Go walk up and bring this up to them. Bring this information up to them. Hey man, we the Israelites, man. We need to start rocking with our God. Oh yeah, brother, right on, man. Yeah. Walk off. You like you fucking traitor. And that's when you get that's one of them. That's one of the best responses. Not the best, but it's one of them. That
Yep.
shouldn't be one of the best responses. Yeah, man. What verse was we on? He say,
We on 59.
"Oh, what does it sound like?"
It says, when God heard this, he was wroth and greatly abhorred
Con.
Israel.
Okay, what number was that?
59.
59. Okay, when he heard this, he was wroth. He said, and took sore displeasure at Israel, so that he forsook the tabernacle in Silo. You know, so
Con.
he even dissed Israel for these type of issues, man. And we still getting dissed because he got these people that ain't coming at him coming at him wholeheartedly, man. What's that one? What verse is that? I like that one. 37. You know, 58 and 37. Wait,
78.
78, 38 and 7. Man, 78, 37, man, is fire. He said, because their heart was not whole with him, neither continued they in his covenant. You didn't keep on studying. You didn't read the rest of the book. There's another covenant, and the rest of the book, it's just for that Jeremiah 31 and 31 saying there's another covenant. That right there should already kind of lead you towards reading the next set of the books. You're like, why? When did you think that you should read? When it already said that there's going to be another covenant. That means the book wasn't over.
That's right.
So now, 78 and 37, Psalms fits you perfect. And yeah, you got to be at the meat market to know how we got there. He said, "Do you feel me?"
Yeah.
He said, "For that he forsook the tabernacle in Silo, when his habitation wherein, even his habitation wherein he dwelt among men. He delivered their power into captivity, and their glory into the enemy's hands. He gave his power over into the sword, for he was
Dang, man, we know what that
wroth
sword
with
is.
his heritage." Yeah, he gave his power over into the sword, for he was wroth with his heritage. 62, that's Esau, man.
Con.
Man, that's crazy, man.
Was that Psalm 17?
Uh,
Was
yeah,
that
17 and 13.
yep.
And we say he delivered their power into captivity and their glory into the enemy's hands. You see that, man?
Con.
That's our covenant going over there.
Yep.
That's why, and check it out. Where do you see that at now? Do you see that happening now? Do you see our covenant being now in the enemy's hands? And I ain't talking about the freaking Jewish. Man, it's when the Mexicans come around and try to say that we the Canaanites. What?
Yeah.
The same way that we have studied, you know what I'm saying? Sit around here
Yep.
and untwisted and unflipped the scriptures. These Mexicans come around and using that same kind of style of teaching and reading, but now to turn around and take your covenant, you know what I mean, and
Con.
bear it in their right hand. What the fuck, man? All praises to the Most High that we get to at least see this. But this is the reason why these things are happening, is because it's not because of cats like us that's hearkening to the Most High power, but it's the response that our people is having to us, coming to them, presenting the Most High power. That right there is causing all this stuff to happen. All this stuff to happen again on at the higher level, all the way down to present times at the low levels where we at right now. Dealing with just say cats online. It's still being happening to us because of the same things are being
Done.
identified amongst our people, man.
Con.
The rebellion and the disbelief, the
Stubbornness.
provoking of the Most High power, even in the face of all the proof that God is actually doing these things. We at 63. Let's see what they saying. Let's see what they saying. 63. He said the fire consumed their young men, and their maidens were not given to marriage. And that's what's damn, man. We broke the commandments and all that stuff. The Most High did this to our people a long time ago, and He did this to us then, and we're still going through it again. We're still going through it now, even when the children of Israel is here.
Con,
But the young men, they're being consumed with the fire from the barrel of that gun.
con.
You know what I mean? And their maidens were not given to marriage. And these dudes got baby mamas that they leaving behind as they go off into the graves or go off into the penitentiaries, man.
That's right.
We the people, we the poster child for the baby mama drama and the single family home. I mean, the single parent families, man. What you talking about?
That's right.
He said at 64, he said their priests were slain with the sword, and there were no widows to make lamentation. So the Most High awake as one out of sleep, and like a giant refreshed with wine, he smote his enemies in the hinder parts and put them to a perpetual shame. Does it say that over there in yours too?
Con, he said he smote his enemies in the inner parts, and he put them to perpetual reproach.
Yeah, you know what it means by it. Smote them in the hinder parts.
No, break it down.
It means to beat that ass.
Oh, snaps! That's right. Con, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Dang.
Let's have you up.
Yeah.
We would have known that the Bible talks like that up.
Yeah, that's crazy. All praises to the Most High, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was yeah.
Smote them in the hinder parts. You beat that ass. And
Right.
put them to perpetual shame.
Yep.
He said, he refused the tabernacle of Joseph and chose not the tribe of Ephraim. Nevertheless, he chose the tribe of Judah, even the hill of Zion, which he loved. And there he builded his temple on high and laid the
Con,
foundation of it. He laid the foundation of it like the ground, that it might perpetually endure. He says, he chose David also, his servant, and took him away from the sheepfolds as he was following the what?
ewes, lambs.
Okay. As he was following the ewes or the ewees,
Yeah, ewes.
as he was
Ewes.
following the ewees, great with young, he took him that he might feed Jacob, his people, and Israel, his inheritance.
Dang.
You see that? Man, that's that salvation, man. That's us getting up out of here, man.
Con,
You know? Great with child. We got a whole system of people that's ready to follow after the most high power as a child to the
that's
T
right.
without any question. You know? And the leadership is that woman. And we are that Iwi great with child or great with young.
Con,
He said, and he took him that he might feed Jacob his people and Israel his inheritance. So he fed them with a faithful and true heart and ruled them with all the diligence of his power. In other words, man, all the mother cats, you're gonna get left.
That's right.
You're not gonna be needed. The main writers, the ones that's actually sitting around here doing all this stuff, man, sticking to the most high power in the face of all odds. That's the ones that he's gonna remove us away from all that stuff. He's gonna remove us away from all y'all. You wanna be wicked, you wanna be too difficult. Hey man, you know what? Fuck you, man.
Con.
Use my language. But that's just how I feel. It's like whatever then. Like probably be better off without you.
That's right.
And
What
and
use?
huh?
What use are you to the nation when you
Right.
don't even want to agree to some laws and
Right.
commandments of a higher power? You no use.
Useless with a capital Y. They ain't they actually are counterproductive. That's what
Con.
that's why I be calling them liabilities. I'm like, you become a liability with your mentality. You make it to where a person couldn't really keep his eyes off of you. I would have to have close a close eye on you. That stuff ain't
Con.
true, man. Nobody wants to live like that, man. We live like that enough over here. You would think that brothers had enough sense to want to turn away from that too and want to roll with some guys that ain't down with that. But instead they saying, we don't need the Bible. Like but you are ultimately saying that you're trying to do something with somebody that you got to keep a close eye on. Fuck that, man. I don't want to be a part of that shit.
Con.
I don't feel like watching behind my back,
Con.
making sure my shit's locked away. You're like, I do that enough here.
That's right. I don't want to
Now
go to
you talking
another America.
right, and you talking about starting from scratch. What the fuck for? What do I need to? What? Why? What do I need to do that for? Why I need to regress myself a century and a half just to be sitting here with you? The same dudes that I'm trying to get away from.
Con.
That's what they don't realize. They don't realize that people want to get away from the negative behavior.
That's right.
That negative behavior makes victims, and these brothers are not even considering the victim empathy part of the situation.
Con.
It was like, hey man, we gotta come up, we gotta abide by a system that prevents these type of incidences from ever even occurring. We don't need we don't need nobody's wife smacked down by some dude.
Con.
We don't need nobody's wives being impregnated by somebody else. We don't need that stuff.
That's right. Yeah, that fornication ain't gonna happen around here, man. It's
But yeah,
adultery.
yeah, they're like, well, God would deal with it. What about the victim? What about the
Right.
guy? What about the dude that has to deal with this shit?
Con.
You should have never had to deal with that, man. That's
That's
the part
right.
that we're talking about. We're talking about the preventative measures.
Damn.
You know,
That's right.
like we gotta preserve the people condition of safety. We gotta preserve
Con.
that and maintain safety and trust and security. And the only thing that's going to do that is people that's going to be God fearing. That's why I had to say that to the brother Ten Commandments. I was like, he's like, I forgot what the question was, but my response was like, hey man, only people that's going to be over there is going to be the God fearing people. That's the only
That's right.
people that I'm like, you got to start off with that. I'm like, and then you won't have to worry about a lot of things, you know, when it
Con.
comes down to uh, uh, how do you know that somebody is not going to steal from somebody if somebody becomes poorer than someone else? He's like, well, because these are God fearing people. That's
Come
first and
on.
foremost that we got to keep in mind.
It,
This ain't just, it
it,
ain't going to be this place.
right.
It's
In,
with
in,
these
in the people
people.
that's poor is going to get help from the people that do got it. We ain't going to
Right,
just let nobody stay poor.
right. And yeah, I was going to cover that too. But the main thing is, hey, man, we're not going to be stealing. Even the poor is not going to steal.
Con.
The poor are going to be God fearing people too.
That's right.
It's not going to be the same place right here, this system right here, to where they say you can do whatever religion that you want, which means there is no real religion being practiced here now. You can follow any God that you want, which actually just means there's no God.
Right.
You
Pick
get what
your
I'm saying?
poison. Look at yourselves.
If this wasn't
That's how they look at it. They look at it as like pick your poison type thing.
right, and since you got to pick, that means that there's really none.
Yep.
This is not a country that says you have to follow your God.
Dang. Dang. That was deep too. There
When
it
you go to
is.
any other country, and that's exactly what they're going to be saying.
Yep. Con. You can't go to the Arabs not doing your Muslim thing.
Mm-mm. You can't go to China not doing the China thing.
Con.
You can't go to North Korea not doing the North Korean thing.
Con. But as soon as you get here in America, guess what they got?
Anybody can do anything,
Coexist.
which means, yeah, which means there's nothing.
Coexist.
Yeah, you coexist.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
That bumper sticker,
Yeah, that has all the religions on it.
uh-huh.
Pick one.
Yeah, coexist. Pick one. Pick them all.
Yeah, exactly. Pick them all.
we,
Doesn't
we got,
matter.
we
You
got,
don't have to
we
serve
got,
your God.
yeah, we got that now these days. We got brothers that got so idiotic with this whole shit that they done picked them all. I could find, I find, I find good information in everything.
Oh, snap.
You like,
Dang.
whoa, you done picked them all, huh?
Dude.
Yeah,
Hey, man, there's a
couldn't
lot
be
of
true.
there's a lot of brothers like that. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's destroyed into a dead state. Now you're not just a dead body. You are a dead body that's been lying out into the streets, and now all the flesh has been eaten away by nature, and now you just sitting around here, just dry bones. You gonna say bro? You gonna say anything? You be one of them dudes walk around talking about God's energy. You know what I mean?
For real. You know what I mean? And I want to touch on this belief real quick, man. These people, they believe in, you know what I mean, getting a job so they can get some money. So they putting it in that work in order to get that job, in order to get money. Right? You know what I mean? They do believe, you know what I mean? They believe that if they think that if they think they gotta do something, or if they want something, they know that they gotta do something. You know what I mean? They gotta put in that work or that action in order to get what they want. You know what I mean? Say if they like I said, they want a job, they would have to go to a job place, you know what I mean, and get a job. Or if they want to be, you know what I mean, work for themselves, they would know that they have to have a plan and know what they have to get in order to sustain their job, or you know what I mean, that they got, you know what I mean, say if they want to become a gardener, you know what I mean, they would have to
Uh-huh.
go get a lawnmower, you know what I mean, with the weed whacker and all that stuff, and then they would have to go door to door, they would have to make flyers. So they're putting in that work towards their belief. They have faith that they will be able to do that. But then when you tell them about the script, they lose the belief. They
Con.
lose belief. They don't want it. They don't want to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. They don't believe. That's because they don't believe in the Most High, and they don't trust that He will save them from this situation that they're in.
That's right.
That's the problem. They
Yes, they
believe in
don't.
themselves. You know what I mean? They believe in carnal things, but when it comes to the Most High power, the Creator of all things, they don't. They lose belief, and then ask you, "You believe?" Like, nigga, you believe? Everybody believes. What are you talking about?
That's
Sorry.
real.
Hold on.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? All praise to the Most High power. It's like I'm bored. I think I might be bored again. I'm gonna figure it out. But yeah, man, for you to work towards something shows that you have belief. You're right. Just like when somebody's working at the job, you work there, you show up because you believe that you're gonna get paid the week. That's the reasons why you do the works. That's the same thing when it comes down to the Most High. You got to believe that He is going to save us. If you don't believe that power is going to save us, that'll probably be the main drive for your people or yourself when it comes down to change.
You started Borgin.
Am I Borging out?
Yeah, you started.
I'm Borging.
Not no more.
Am I Borging now?
No, you good.
I'm still good now.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, yeah. I was just talking about that job thing. The job analogy.
Huh.
And when you see the people that they're not waking up and they're not doing anything with their people, that's the person right there that doesn't have belief that the Most High power is going to save them.
That's right.
And, you know what I'm saying? And if they say, no, I believe that God gonna save. How you gonna tell me you like because you're believing in a different God
Yeah, that's
because the
that
God that
song. My bad.
saves us by keeping the commandments.
Con. Look
Like
at
we got to keep
can
the
you share that
commandments.
screen again?
Share your screen.
Yeah. You see it?
It should come up. Okay.
Got it?
Uh huh.
Oh
78
snap.
and
Yeah. You seen that? Because they believe not in God and trusted not in his
yeah,
salvation.
that's right.
This is what's
That's
going
what it
on around
is,
people
man. That's the
still.
that's the drive behind it. Hmm. Am I Borgin?
No, you good.
Yeah, that's the drive behind it, man. That's the underlining factor behind these people and their disbelief and their wickedness. It's because they don't actually, man, they don't trust in that salvation, man. They don't think that you can be saved from this.
Con.
That's why they're trying to save themselves.
Con.
You know,
That's right. Right.
these
That's
same brothers
right,
sit around
man. That's
seeking to
fact.
save themselves.
That's just the truth.
Yeah, man. The Bible the Bible not only is too true, it's prophetic. That's the part to where if I was them brothers, I wouldn't be playing with this. I'll be like, you
No.
know what? I'm gonna sit back. I'm gonna let y'all brothers do the rundowns. It's like, but I'm definitely not against y'all. Like what you guys keep saying. What you be like? I'm gonna do the Sabbath. You're like, I don't want to have no, I don't have no beef with anything in that direction. I may
Uh,
not understand it, but man, you be like everything I'm saying. It's talking about me. You know what I'm saying? You be like, yeah, it's talking about you. Talking about your disbelief and why you are sitting around here disbelieving. You ain't got no
uh,
trust.
don't trust in the Most High, man.
And if you ain't got the trust in the Most High, man, you can't be trusted.
That's right. You one of those. You know what I mean? Not, you know what I mean? The brothers out there that's doing that ain't trusting in the Most High. You know what I mean? Those are the wicked. Those are the fools, man. It's sad to say it, man, because they be talking about there's no God, and the fool says there's no God, man.
Con,
You like, what are you talking
that's
about?
right.
How did the I don't even want to ask you. How do you think like humans got here? How do you think all things exist? Man, these people don't.
You're right.
They're they're they're, they're not. Man, they blind, man. They destroy for the lack of knowledge, man. And then when they get the knowledge, man, they don't trust in the Most High in His words. So they just I mean in His salvation. So they just sit there in unbelief. They don't believe nothing you say. You can break it down to them. You can tell them the laws, statutes, and commandments. You can tell them, you know what I mean, about what happened and the Most High said, how He's going to put our people into slavery, and then you can show them how our people went into slavery, and then you can show them that there's a way to get out of this. All you got to do is be obedient to the Most High and follow His commandments, turn back to Him, and then you know what I mean. And then you can show them that the Most High will bring you back into your land and all that stuff, and they still won't believe you. They still won't.
Right.
They won't trust. It's not that they don't believe you. It's just that they don't trust the Most High, man. And so they stay in unbelief.
They
They
don't
don't
trust.
believe.
And,
You like,
and it says, remember, it said there was something else going on with these cats too.
Con.
Um, hold on. What did it say? Oh, let me get it. It said that's not beef with God.
Sorry, was that?
Let me get it. No, beef with the Most High God, man. I'm trying to find that scripture where it says that.
Which one you said? It was borging out for a second.
It said that these people they got beef with God. You know,
Mm,
they don't like
mm,
God.
right.
Let me see. Let me find it. Let me find it. I don't know, but it's shit. Okay, whatever. At the end of the day, they do.
Was it in this one?
They got a beef. Yeah, we were just reading it.
Oh yeah. See, yours says something different. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't be able to find it. Yours was hitting more on point. It says that in 78,
Yeah,
57. But turned back and dealt unfaithfully like their fathers, and they turned aside like a deceitful bow. For they provoked him to anger
That was
with
a
their
good one.
idols and moved him to jealousy with their graven images. You know what I mean?
No, that was that's a real good one. That wasn't the same one I was looking for, man. I don't know what happened with it, man. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
one of
hey.
those time warps and something. Like,
Yeah,
you
con.
know,
Yeah, because
we
I
were
didn't even
just
know
gone.
we went all the way down to 72. I was 72. What's up in there?
Yeah, this was a real long chapter. This
Con.
chapter was long. I didn't know this chapter was even going to be this long. I just I was going to a sermon, a video about people and their disbelief, but this was the one that I remembered where it was. I was like, I got these people disbelief in Psalms, so I found it. And I was like, all right. As soon as I saw it, I was just like, boom! I'm gonna do the video on this. Holla at
Con.
Akmalot. But then as we reading it, I'm looking. I'm like, damn, this the same chapter.
Con. Yeah,
For
that was
real.
that meat, man.
Like it turned out it was an hour and a half to read that. It took us an hour and a half to read that.
Dang.
You didn't
Yeah.
know that?
Oh, yeah.
It took us an
That
hour and a
was a
half to
time
read
warp. It
that.
did not feel that long at all. It happens over here at One
Nah,
Nation
it
Set
didn't
Apart,
feel like
man.
that.
We get to the word, man, and hours pass by. Next thing you know, we doing a 13, 14-hour stream.
Mm-hmm. Con.
That's what happens around here,
Yeah,
man.
especially when it got the beat.
Con. We
Can
stop
you hear the
sharing.
beat?
No, I don't hear it.
Yeah, it goes. The beat goes good, huh?
No, I don't hear it.
Yeah, when we got the beat, you don't hear the beat.
No, it's good though.
You don't hear no beat.
No beat.
I'm cause I'm jamming over here, man. Let me see, man. What
Yeah,
happened?
man. Yeah.
What about now?
Yeah.
Am I Borging?
Nope.
Cool. Yeah, man. Yeah, they been tempting God. Oh yeah. No, that wasn't it. Yeah, but these people, they've been tempting God in their hearts. You know, they tempted God in their hearts and required meat for their lust. For they spake against God and said, yeah, the Most High shall prepare in the wilderness, shall he? Lo, he smote the stony gushed out in the stream withal. How can he give bread and provide flesh for his people? That's what they doing. That's that area, the disbelief. You know?
Con.
Did you catch that?
Yeah.
These are the things that they're thinking. This is their belief because they don't think that the Most High is going to provide for us. They don't see High providing for us. What they see is
Yeah,
they're
you
going
going,
to
Morgan.
have to do it their own self.
You really barking out. Now the beat barking too. Yeah, the beat ain't gonna be able to
I'm
rock.
working.
Yeah, the beat ain't gonna be able to rock. The beat makes you go in and out.
How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm jamming though. That sucks. But it keeps me flowing though.
Con.
But that was right there. Did you see that though? That right there was where that's basically what they're thinking ultimately. It is, hey, he ain't gonna be able to provide for us. We need to get architects. We need some doctors. That's them saying the Most High ain't providing for us. We don't need no law, statutes, and commandments. What we need to put our money together. You like we keep telling you guys. After that nation whom they shall serve, will I judge, and they shall come out with great substance. Come on now.
Con.
We need this and that. No, it says strangers shall build up your walls.
That's right.
You know what I mean? We can get that.
Yeah, we can get that.
This is for them brothers that don't believe, man. That Isaiah.
60. 10.
No, I was gonna go to 49, but yeah, we can do that one too. Yeah, man. At 60 and 8. But what are these that fly here like the clouds? You know what I mean? And as
Con.
the doves fly into their windows, the eyes also shall gather them unto me, and specially the ships of the sea, that they may bring these sons from far, and their silver and their gold with them, unto the name of the Most High their power, unto the Holy One of Israel, that has glorified thee. Strangers shall build up thy walls.
Con. There go that holy one again, too.
I know, man. These dudes. That's why he says, unto the Holy One of Israel, that has glorified us, because of the process that he has laid out. And if we walk after, we actually will be recognized for who we supposed to be and get respect on our name, man.
Con.
He said, unto the Holy One of Israel that have glorified you. Strangers shall build up your walls, and their kings shall do you service. For when I am angry, I smite you, and when it pleases me, I pardon you. What? When I'm angry,
I
I'll hit
smite
you.
you.
He said,
Right.
and when it pleases me, I pardon you.
Yeah, that anger, you ain't go upon the hinder parts.
That's right. Uh, smite you upon the hinder parts.
Right. Con.
Hell yeah. Beat that ass.
Yeah.
He said, thy gates shall stand open still day and night, and never be shut, that the armies of the Gentiles may come, and that their kings may be brought unto you. For every people and kingdom that serves not you shall perish, and be
Con.
destroyed with the sword.
That's right.
The glory of the white tree, that's Libanus. Libanus
Con.
is the white tree. The glory of the white tree, or the white family tree, shall come unto you. The fir trees, the boxes, and cedars together, to garnish the place of my sanctuary, because I will glorify the place of my feet.
That's right.
Yeah, the China, the fox trees, the China man, the Arab man. You know what I mean?
Con.
But if, that's who's on both of them. China
Yeah.
man, the Arab man, and the white man, or the
Con.
red man. He said, moreover, those shall come kneeling unto you that have vexed you, and all they that despise you shall fall down at your foot. Thou shalt be called the city of the Most High, the holy Zion of Israel, because thou hast been forsaken, and hated, so that no man went through you.
That's right.
I will make you glorious forever and ever, and joyful throughout all posterities. He says, thou shalt suck the milk of the Gentiles, and king's breasts shall feed you. And thou shalt know that I, Yahweh, am your Savior and Defender, the
That's
mighty
right.
one of Jacob. For brass will I give you gold, and for iron silver, for wood brass, and for stones iron. I will make peace your ruler, and righteousness your officer. Violence and robbery shall never be heard of in your land, neither harm and destruction within your borders. Your wall shall be called health, and thy gates the praise of the Most High. The sun
Come.
shall never be thy daylight, and the light of the moon shall never shine unto you. But the Most High himself shall be thy everlasting light, and your power shall be your glory.
That's right. We know about that. We know about that sun and that moon, man.
Yes, we
That's
know
that
about
that
that sun
that,
and that
Christ,
moon.
that Christianity, man, and that Muslim, and no more of that gonna be our light, man.
That's right,
Most
man.
high power is.
That's right. You know what I mean?
Huh.
Ain't nothing, no matter how smart somebody seems, no matter what doctrine might appear to be wise, it ain't going to sit here and impress none of us no more, man.
That's right.
We're not going to be impressed with that no more. We
Huh.
are the only thing that we are going to be following after and learning from is the Most High power, man. We don't learn from nothing else.
Huh.
That Christianity thing, that whole concept is gone.
That's right.
We're going to be
Huh.
done with that. And that Muslim thing, it is just completely invalid. You know, that's why it's
Huh.
going to be taken away. You know,
That's right.
he said, "Thy moon, look." He said, your sun shall never go down, and your moon shall not be taken away. For the Most High Himself shall be your everlasting light, and your sorrowful days shall be rewarded you. Your people shall be all godly. What? Your people
Huh.
shall be all godly.
That's
That's
right.
it, man. None of them other cats. And possess the land forever, the flower of my planting, the work of my hands, whereof I will rejoice. The youngest and least shall grow into 1,000, and the simple into a strong people. I, Yahweh, shall shortly bring this thing to pass in his time.
Huh.
You know, that's real, man. And that's these brothers, they don't believe. You know, they
That's
can't
right.
tell the signs. They don't know, man, that man, this is the time to wake up, man. Let's just hit them with this Romans 13 and 11 just real quick, man.
Huh.
They know
Yo,
that they know that this place is being destroyed. They
that
know that
time
there's
is
all kinds.
near.
Uh,
The time is near, man. Than what you
yeah, man.
thought.
They can see that we was right. They can see that the Most High Power has made His presence now known. What's up, man? Look, he said Romans 13. Like it, dang, man. I mean, excuse me, I was in the wrong book. Romans 13 and 11. He said, this also we know, I mean, the season, how that it is time that we should now awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. What?
Con.
What are we doing? We believed. These brothers, they ain't believing. And our salvation now is nearer than when we believed. He said, the night is past and the day is come near. Let us therefore, man, I'm trying to tell y'all, man, the night is past, day is come near. Your ship is sailing. It's almost time for us to be gone out of here. But if you ain't, like we just read, man, all his people are going to be godly. All the people that's going to be living over there with us got to be keeping these law, statutes, and commandments, and they got to know them now because the moment you get there, you're probably going to get stoned anyways.
Con.
Think about that. That's a perfect reason why you got to do it now. It's like because when you get there, you're going to probably get stoned. You don't even know what to do on the Sabbath, how to do on the Sabbath.
Right. You know what I mean? Them brothers out there, you know what I mean? Y'all, they out there when, you know what I mean? They know what they doing. They know how to keep the Sabbath, man. You know what I mean? You calling yourself an Israelite, like the brothers out there in Africa, you know what I mean? You're going to have to be following, you know what I mean, under the commandments of the Most High, everything he says to do. And that Sabbath is a holy day. No buying, no selling, none of that, trading, none of that on the Sabbath. And you give up that day to the Most High.
Con.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Most definitely, man.
Y'all check out that philosophy anthology, man.
Yeah, that's real, man. They slipping on that. They don't know about the philosophy anthologies, man. These people don't know about that. They sleeping. They sleeping, man.
Yep, still asleep.
Yeah, they sleeping, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's now time that we wake up out of sleep. He said, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe, man. The night is past and the day is come. Let us, for that reason, cast away the deeds of darkness and let
Con.
us put on the armor of light.
That's right.
You know what I mean? The light is these law, statutes, and commandments, man. And that's
Man,
the
bring it out,
protection.
man.
You feel me?
Con.
He said, let us walk honestly, as it were, in the daylight, not in eating and drinking, neither in chambering and wantonness,
That's right.
neither in strife and envying.
Con.
But you put on Yahushai the Master, Hamashiach,
Con.
and make not provisions for the flesh to fulfill the lusts of it.
That's right.
Man, it ain't about trying to get down with economics. It ain't
Con.
all about it ain't all about institutions and careers. Man,
Trying to
we are
study to becoming the political party.
no, man, we ain't got time for that. What are you talking about? That's not even the aim. We ain't even moving in that direction.
Con.
We're moving closer in the direction of leaving here. Like I'm just
That's
talking
right.
about on whole, black people. We ain't moving in the direction to where politics and politicians is going to do anything for us.
Con.
You like, do you know who the fuck you gotta be to be with them? Like I man,
Gotta be the
go.
lowest of the low, man. You gotta be willing to railroad your people
That's real. You gotta be the tail.
consciously.
They take the tail and they put them as the head. That's what they do to our people, man. To our nation. That's why they keep
Con.
us here. You know what I'm saying? It's dead giveaway why they keep you here. They keep you here is because they are using people to control your nation.
That's right.
Your nation is being controlled by another nation purposefully. And they use like puppets, sellouts, traitors
Con.
to completely psych you out. That's what they say. He ain't nothing but just a psych. A politician is a psych. When somebody say something like, "Hey man, hey, you can have my whole wallet." Oh yeah, psych, and then walk off. You're like, what the fuck? You like, this dude just said psych. hey, you like this car? Like, yeah, you can have it. I can have this
Right.
car. Psych. You know. Well,
Like
that
tricking
that's
your ass every time.
that's
And
what
you
these
think it's
politicians
all
are.
good. You know what I mean? You finna
Yeah.
get this. And then
Like,
next you know, pull the rug right from under your feet. Go.
yeah.
Lying right back. Guess where you back at?
That's what's
The
really
bottom.
happening. Yeah. Got you be like, oh look, got us a black man for you. And this black man right here, he got your best interest in mind. Black men and women. We be like, oh yeah? Oh right, man. Psych. You like, what? Like this motherfucker's not on your side.
Right. You know what I mean? Just say, for instance, man, the sister that became like the vice president, that
Yeah.
Kamala lady. I mean, they
Uh-huh.
let you know. They tell you, oh yeah, man, she all for the black folks and this and that, la 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 la. She the one that was having a lot of Negroes locked up in jail.
Yep.
Like,
Psych.
oh yeah, this is mighty good for you right there. Psych. Ah.
Yeah.
Now she over there trying to legalize prostitution. Oh yeah, that's somebody good for you. Psych.
Yeah. That's crazy. Joe Biden, he said,
Right.
he's talking about like, yeah, about reparations. He's like, yeah, I'm down with the reparations.
Yeah, we got you another Abraham Lincoln. Ah, psych.
Yeah. Psych. He's like, I ain't giving you nothing. He's like, what I'm actually gonna do is open up the floodgates for the beaners.
Right.
Like, you what? I'm about to open up the floodgates for the beaners.
And they're gonna take all the jobs.
Yeah, and let them have it at you.
They're
Like
gonna
that's
take
all they're gonna
all the
do.
houses. You're gonna be in worse and worse community. Next thing you know, man, you're gonna be probably homeless. Let it keep happening.
Yeah, that is detrimental.
Huh.
Man, that would be catastrophic.
Yep. And there's so many of them. You gotta realize there's so many, man, these people pack in the house, save up a lot of money, and then start buying houses.
Yes.
There's more than what you think.
Bunch of Spaniards. Spaniards ain't nothing but the beaners are Spaniards. Like
Huh.
you're like the beaners are Spaniards and the Spaniards are beaners.
That's right. Because you know the Spaniards came out here. Where did they go?
Damn.
They never left.
They never left.
Who are they?
I know. It's the what's it called? The Carlos Mencias and the
Right.
stuff.
The Rodriguezes and
Uh,
Lopez's.
yeah.
Those are the Spaniards. They let you know too.
Yeah, the
That's why they call themselves.
Martinezes.
That's why they call themselves Spanish.
Yeah.
It's a dead giveaway.
They do be calling themselves Latin,
Right.
Latino.
Latin, Latinos,
Yeah, that's European shit.
Hispanics.
Hispanics. That's that European stuff.
Right.
That's still repping beanerism.
Yep.
Like, I don't know, man. You know, are we being inappropriate by saying the word? Well, I know I'm saying it. Is it inappropriate to say the word beaner?
I don't think it's a byword.
I know this one. Yeah. Feels good to say it. Shit. I like that one.
Either is
That's one of them I'm gonna miss. I'm gonna miss saying the word beaner.
that it? That's it. That's black comedy right there, man. What you talking about, man?
Like, oh, damn beaners. Yeah, get some white comedy to say that.
Right.
Oh, let me change this bean. Yeah, shit. But yeah, man, that was my uptick on the belief thing.
Con.
It was just dope how the scripture brought that out with the Romans 13 and 11. I didn't even expect that. That's just how the Holy Spirit works. the water, Abba, you know,
Water.
because he did that.
Con.
I didn't even know nothing about no belief. I was going to go to actually Isaiah 49 and 21, talk about getting our feet kissed.
Oh yeah.
But instead, it was just like, no, I need something said was just like, yeah, no, we need to go to 13, Romans 11. I'm like, okay, believe. And somebody,
Con.
they gonna watch this, man.
That's right. And I just want to get one more last one, man. It's that Second Thessalonians
Second
2.
Thessalonians.
Yep, 2. It's going to be 13 through 15. I want to do them.
Delusion.
Uh, no, the belief.
Second Thessalonians.
Yeah, Second Thessalonians 2 and 13.
Yeah, hey, I'm there.
Says,
You
but
don't
we
want
are bound to give thanks always to God for you, brethren, beloved of the Lord, because God hath from the beginning chosen you to salvation through sanctification of the Spirit and belief of the truth.
yes.
He has given you what? He said, because God has from the beginning chosen you to salvation through sanctification of the spirit of your mind, of your that cleansing, that washing away, in belief of the truth. Putting in that action and the keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, man.
That's real,
That's
man.
the sanctification of the spirit and belief of the truth. Wherefore he called you by our gospel to the obtaining of the glory of Yahushua Mashiach, or our master Yahushua Hamashiach, Shalakia. Therefore, brethren, stand fast and hold the traditions which you have been taught. Hold the what? Traditions which you have been taught, whether by word or by epistle. You got to
Right.
keep the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High, man. That's how you show that you believe in the truth. And you got to wash away, man. You got to sanctify. You got to be sanctified through the Spirit. You got to have that sanctification of the Spirit, that cleansing of that old man. You gotta wash away. You gotta kill that old man.
Con. He's unacceptable. The old man of you will get stoned.
Con.
Like
Old
you don't
man,
understand. You don't understand
love was
how much of a liability these unbelievers are when they were thinking that they're going to be autonomous, man.
con.
There's some more. You want to finish the rest of it?
Yeah, I can. I was done with
It was
that
just
though.
like one more verse.
It says, now our master, Yahushua Mashiach himself, in God, even our Father, which have, or in Allah, even our Father, which have loved us and have given us everlasting consolation and good hope through grace. Comfort your hearts and establish you in every good word in work. In what? Every good word in work.
Right. Establish yourself in good doctrine and good doing.
Fine.
You know, like what don't they see that the good stuff that this stuff is actually serving, or the purpose that it serves? It serves a good purpose. You read these, you read the judgments and the ordinances, and you're like, man, this is actually good stuff. We could actually use this and keep something going.
That's right. Fine.
Like it's not. Man. I can't get it. I'm telling you, I can't get it. I try to figure it out. I be like, what the hell's what has to be said? What scripture must be pulled? And
Right.
you be like, there isn't any. like like I gave him the best I got.
Con.
You like I received, you know what I'm saying? I got less than that.
Con. Yeah, for real. Man, I didn't get that many scriptures, man, and I was on it. Oh my God, man. When somebody showed me Deuteronomy 28:68, I was focused and I was on that path and I never strayed away.
For real, man.
I was like, wait, well, hold on. You talking about the Most High is talking about us and that we get tripped on because we not being obedient? Oh man, oh yeah. I'm not gonna be a part of that pity party no more. Not me.
That's real.
And then once I learned a lot, oh, matter of fact, I need to go tell my people this. Matter of fact, that's a good idea. Just how I learned, you know what I mean? Maybe, you know what I mean? Somebody else is going to learn the same thing. You know what I mean? Not everybody, you know what I mean? Because a lot of these people, these got to be reproved, so they ain't trying to accept that, man. They ain't trying to let go of that old man. But a lot of people, they tired of this. You know what I mean? You got some people that is not feeling this lifestyle anymore. And they are willing to give it up. They willing to lose their life.
That's real.
They ain't had one in the beginning. They was living in hell.
See, they're not ready to lose their life.
Con.
Physically or spiritually.
Con.
They just ain't ready, man. They're
They stuck in that dream world.
All right. They're trying to retain them to the American dream.
Man, what? The American what? Dream.
You gotta be asleep to believe it. You gotta be asleep to believe it.
Right. Whoa. Damn. I'm telling you, man, one day should come up, one day set apart be coming through.
You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Dropping them jewels, man. They ain't ready for this, man.
No, man, they tripping.
They sinners. Shalom, Judah. Judah Nat.
Shalom,
House,
Shalom, Bayaf. Shalom, Bayaf. Yeah, man, we was getting on these unbelievers.
Yeah, man.
We was talking about how we got to come at the Most High wholeheartedly. And you know what I mean? You one of those brothers, you know what I mean, that did that, man. All praise to the Most High, man.
Big time, man. Judah's super cool.
Yeah.
That's one of the warrior brothers. He knows he gets the picture. He knows exactly where the fight is at. He knows the fight is at the mine.
That's right.
And you know, and these brothers,
yeah.
You know, he knows.
That's right. He does.
And these brothers that don't get the picture like that, man, I'm telling you, it's a shame, man. I really can't figure it out. I'm like, I can't figure out why they choose to be so disobedient and rebellious. I'm like, are you getting paid for this? Are you being paid to be wicked?
Man, that's what it seems like, man. I'm telling you, man. He's like, man, hold on, man. You remind me of them agents, man. I know you probably ain't no agent, but you acting like one.
For real, man.
You know what I mean? You see that I'm woke, you know what I mean? You see that I'm woke and you mad, you know what I mean, that I ain't stuck up in that matrix no more.
For real, man.
So you hate it. You're like, hold on, man. This dude different. I don't like different. I'm not used to different. And he trying to tell me I gotta do something. Oh no, for the tail on him.
They don't want to come to the light.
Right.
You know, Romans 3. I mean John 3:20, man. It just says it clear as day. Let me get that real quick. It says it right there, man. John 3:20. He says, let's start at 19. He says, and this is the condemnation, that light is coming to the world, And the men loved darkness more than light because
Man.
their deeds were evil. For every man that evil does, or every man that does evil, hates the
Con,
light,
con.
neither comes to the light, lest his deeds should be reproved.
That's right.
You know, these dudes, these cats, man, they like, oh man, I ain't trying to give up, mass masturbation. They probably be
Con.
masturbating all crazy. I ain't trying to give away my pornography collection. I ain't trying to give away the strip club scene I go to with my buddies.
Con.
This and that. Like they would have all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. They would have a long list of stuff. You know what I mean? That's right. You know what I mean? That's right. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna add some more to that. They don't want to give up pork. They don't want to, you know what I mean? They don't want to skip on they don't want to skip on the club. They want to still party. They want to be Lascaviscus.
All right, but then they want to
They
come
want to do
against
the bump grind.
right. But you want to come against the prophets. You want to come up against the brothers that's sitting around here that's trying to better the community.
Con. Backwards.
When they speaking, these same type of brothers at the strip club, hypocritically, will be talking about black power. Give you a pump of the fist.
Right.
And you be like,
Man.
you just fist pumped, but you ain't even trying to hear what I have to say.
Right. You know what I mean? And that's a statement that we know is a fact because we've been out there preaching right across from the club, trying to warn the brothers. That's what they did. Right on, y'all. Give us the fist, put up inside the club, got dropped.
Right. Only people that actually came out that club to say anything was some strange Mexican or a strange white person.
Yeah.
But
with a big old white dude. Man. Looking like the Undertaker.
it was crazy, man. I was like, man, what the heck, man? What is up with this? Like with our people, they just look at you as if they want to kill you, man.
Yeah, facts. Huh.
It makes us look bad. Makes us look bad. But it says at 21, it says, but he that does truth comes to the light, that his deeds might be known, how that they are wrought or worked up in the most high power, man.
Huh.
You know what I mean? We you know what I'm saying? We building ourselves up in the most high, man. That's something that our people, any intellectual minded brother should be able to agree with. They should be able to look right at us and say, damn, brother, with this whole little um black community thing that I've been imagining, we sure could use that. But y'all brothers, like, do you really know this system? Or is that the only thing that you know about? You're like, oh no, brother, we got the whole book right here, and uh, I can show you what I know and what I don't know. We got other brothers that, you know what I mean, can fill in that part too.
That's
Oh,
right.
okay, shoot, that'll be the serious response to the approach. You feel me?
Huh.
But when you get in this, oh man, we don't need the Bible. Oh man, we don't want to hear that. You looking like, man, you don't have no idea what you're trying to do. Don't you realize that these are the things that's actually needed?
That's right.
All countries ain't dumb enough to have left out some system of some type of code of conduct and constitution. What the
Huh.
what?
These people, I mean, these black power people, man. It puzzles me how these people like they claim that they black power. They, I mean, they for the black people, and you know what I mean, they even be referencing some of the quote unquote black leaders that was back in the days, like Malcolm X and Martin Luther. People like, look, you got a gang of Malcolm X's and Martin Luther's out here right now. They call the Israelites. And they try to teach that they saying the same thing like they were saying, but more powerful. They actually got a
Con.
power on their side now. They got a God that fights for them. And
Yeah, man.
you don't want to listen to them? I mean, come on now. How you talking about Martin Luther and Malcolm X, and you got a gang of Martin Luthers and Malcolm X even better right here in 2021, this day and age?
Dang, man. And that's the facts. We over here coming through with that, like you said, that Martin Luther King, Malcolm X stuff, but just
Con,
way more on point, set
con.
up, way more complete. We ain't just around here just running around with a bunch of emotions.
That's
We
right.
got we turned into, you know what I mean? We done put scholars to shame.
Con,
The Israelites, I'm just talking about just gauging from performance overall. Man, we didn't put the highest institution of scholars or whatever you want to call them, man. We didn't put all of them to shame.
con.
I was looking at the Jewish people even doing the Passover, and they were over there doing the Passover barefooted.
What? What?
Yeah,
They
all
didn't
of
have
them
their
got done
boots laced,
barefooted.
man.
Huh?
They didn't have their boots laced.
Nah, it was
Wow,
all barefooted.
they slipping on the Passover.
Like, man, these cats is crazy, man.
Right.
You go to Jeremiah 2:11 though. Look what it says about our people, man. Like
Bring
these
it
brothers
out.
that don't believe. Huh?
Bring it out.
He says, yeah, let me grab that real quick.
I'm there.
All right, can you give me that? Because I can't find my.
Yeah, it says Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 11. Has a nation changed their gods, which are yet no gods? That's the
Has
answer
any,
to that question is no.
you know what I'm saying? Look around. You see the China man. He didn't try to build up China without his Chinese God concept
God,
being instituted into it. The Arab cat or whatever, Muslims, the Hindus, all them, man, every last one of them dudes, they got
God.
something popping.
The Polynesians, all of them.
Every last
The
one of them cats
Mexicans.
ain't they wasn't that damn retarded. But every time you look up, the black man here is freestyling. You're gonna freestyle your way to hell.
Con.
How you gonna freestyle autonomism? If that's a real word, autonomism, uh, autonomism shit. What? How you gonna
Autonomous
no,
ship. Autonomous is, yeah, I
autonomous
don't
shit or
know.
whatever, man? How you gonna do that? You gonna just we're gonna figure it out when we get there? That's what one of them brothers said to me. He
Yeah,
said,
I know. Man,
"We'll
he's
figure out
crazy
when
for
we
that
get
one.
there.
He's
We'll
crazy
figure
for
it
that
out when we get there." And this was supposed to have been this dude was talking like he was smart.
one.
Like
Right.
probably like 10 minutes before that
Yeah.
was sounding. I wasn't saying that I was believing in that baloney that was coming out of his lips, but I'm just sitting there just looking at this dude like, all right, so you got brains. Uh, I guess you can say you got a little bit of some thought process going on with yourself. All right, whatever. And then you was like, so I hit him with, okay, well, all right. What is the plan for us on how we're going to be conducting ourselves in these places, man, that you're talking about? We'll figure it out when we get there. Red buzzer.
What? Right.
Wrong, man.
Eh,
You're wrong. You're
right.
wrong. That's stupid.
He needs to get one of them dunce hats and go in the corner, man. Cone head.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Acts 3:19, man. It says that, you know, we're supposed to be taking advantage, we're supposed to be taking advantage of this time of refreshing, man.
Ah,
This ample opportunity where we can actually get it in. You know,
ah.
we can get it in. We can get it in right now, unadulterately. That's a real
That's
word.
right. That's right.
He says, repent you therefore and turn, that your sins may be done away. What are you talking about? Get away. What do you mean? We'll figure out when you get there. No, man, you need to repent now. That your
Con.
sins will be done away. We won't have to worry about stoning you three
Con.
days in on for real, man. 3 days in on the whole mission. 3 days in on the mission, we got to stone half of you
Man.
because you done did something. Y'all over there doing this and getting down like that or whatever. You know, we got time for all that foolishness, man.
That's right.
He says, repent therefore and turn, that your sins may be done away. And when the time of refreshing comes, what? When the time of refreshing comes, what is the time? The time
The
of
time of
refreshing.
refreshing.
You feel me?
Con.
This is the time. We ain't, we ain't gonna be sitting around here waiting for people. And the Most High sure in the heck ain't gonna be waiting forever either, man.
Con.
He says, which we shall have of the presence of the Most High. And when the Most High shall send him, which before was preached unto you, that is to know Yahushua Hamashiach, which
That's
must
right.
receive heaven unto the time that all things. He has to receive heaven. That means that he actually is sitting around here dealing with these people that actually set up these high institutions that is built against us as a punishment. That's what we dealing with, man.
That's
When
right.
they say, well, the Messiah didn't set up a kingdom. I thought you were supposed to be here for a kingdom. You're like, yeah, man, your prison planet too. Like you didn't know? He already told Judah, man. He said it's going down on y'all. He said that all things is going to be written got to be fulfilled. He said everything.
Con.
Talking about all that stuff that scattered to the four corners, that slavement,
That's
that
right.
oppressed by the enemies, and that whole coming back to your land one day after you didn't lost your damn mind.
That's right. Man, as the brother through the Nas always says, after you've been destroyed for stupidity.
Yeah, that's right. Let them know, Judah. After they just been destroyed from stupidity. That's what they received.
Con.
You're so stupid, you know? So it's like, this is the time of refreshing. This is the time that he done eased up. You know why I say eased up? Because you got computers and stuff. Like we can
Con.
get in contact with the brother Judah Nats while he in Japan. We chilling with him as if he chilling like we in Japan.
That's right. For
Or
real.
that he's out here in Cali.
Con.
That right there that right there is a time of refreshing. If I ain't never heard of or imagined one, this is what I would imagine it still. I would imagine it like this. This would
That's
seem
right.
perfect. Like, oh man, this right here, we all can actually iron out all the wrinkles before we even get to the Holy Land.
Con.
Now that right there, you like, yeah, that's some mastermind stuff. Whoever have set this one up, that right there is a perfect militant.
Con.
That's why he calls himself Yah-O Sabah.
That's right.
You be like, man, that's a perfect militant, man.
You
This
want
is
me to finish that Jeremiah 2?
yeah, man. Start over from the top.
All right. Has a nation changed changed their God, which are yet no gods.
Yeah,
But
they ain't changed none of them.
con. But my people have changed their glory for that which does not profit. Man,
You know, they changed their glory for that. For what?
nothing.
For pursuing an economics.
Vanity.
Ain't nobody trying to say, hey man, go and purposefully be a bum. But don't try to make that act the the foundation of the movement. Don't try to make that the process of our liberation.
That's right.
Like we already been through that. And those that made it, those that can make it, probably have made it. And then the rest, we fallen somewhere in between the bottom and that.
Con.
Like, come on, man. Let's not fool ourselves. I had to keep on reminding people, like, man, this ain't about this is not a movement of individualism. You want to do individualism? Go into the Quran. That's a
Con.
whole movement of individualism. You want some more individualism? Go get you some of that Kabbalah crap.
Right.
You know. But you rocking with the master militant.
Con.
You know what I mean? This is the God of knowledge.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's get that, man. What's that? What? That 1, 2, 3?
1 Samuel 2 and 3.
That's the 1, 2, 3. Let's hit it with that. Let's hit it with that 1, 2, 3. He says, "Talk not much proudly. Let not."
Arrogance.
Yeah, my bad. I can't. It was a weird word. Let not arrogancy depart out of your mouth. For the Most High is a God of knowledge.
Huh?
He is a God of knowledge
That's right.
and judges the thoughts. You know,
That's right.
it's just that simple, man. We got a God of knowledge, man, master militant. Man. When you see people sit around saying all that crazy stuff, that's because they limp noodles.
Con.
They're traitors,
Worms.
right? These are the traitors. These
He
are the
said
ones
lip
that
noodles. I ain't heard
committing.
that one in a minute.
Oh, what lip noodles? Well, that's what they is, man. They just a bunch of lip noodles, man. They're not.
Wow.
They're not ready for the war.
No.
They ain't nothing but a bunch of hucksters.
Con.
You know. They still looking for a way on how to make $1.
That's right. Man, dang. Hucksters.
Yeah, man. They be thinking that you know what I mean. Money is going to be the solution.
Yep.
You're like not the type of money that you're going to be working for. What we talk about is, man,
What is it?
we need liberation money.
Con. Yeah, man. What is it to gain the world but to lose your soul, man? Man, come on
Right,
now. Come
man.
on.
Because the Most High, he knows that we have need of all these things.
That's right. Con. Come on now.
But seek ye first the kingdom, man.
Con.
Like don't worry about finances. You know what I mean? Handle your day by day, and
That's right.
you know what to do. You see them bills showing up. These Edomites and stuff. They don't fail on reminding you that you owe them.
Right. Yeah.
Handle the problems as the day comes. But man, let's get this rulership memorized. That's what it is. It's the mind frame to rule. The blueprint for that. Well, you gotta get that memorized. And you gotta pass it with an A, 100%, because you're gonna be using them soon. Remember when remember when we first started doing this? I
Yeah.
just tell everybody, I'd be like, hey man,
Pay attention.
but pay attention real close
Con.
because I said, you're gonna use these things that I'm saying. I'm like, I don't know when and I don't know where. I was like, but I know this. You're going to. So you got
Con,
this. And then there you go. You run into SVDL
yep,
and all the training is being used.
con. That's a fact.
That's facts, man. But yeah, man. I'm gonna enter that 240 because I don't want to get viewer lag
Okay,
because you only get the views. You go too long, you go lower.
con. All right, yeah. Well, yeah, man. We can end this off, man. Let's give all praises, honor, and glory to Him who sits upon the throne and to the Lamb forever and ever, man.
Shout
Right?
out, shout out to the Most High Power, Bahasham Yahweh Shah Mashiach, and shout out
Con.
to brother Judah Nats showing up. That's our brother there.
That's right.
That's one of the super soldiers of the Most High Power. We're gonna end up dominating the world, man, with this mentality.
Con.
Back in the days, they called it the spirit. Well, we got that. We got that Holy Spirit. The rightful owners now gonna take the world by force. To Yahweh Shai,
Con. Yahweh
Baba
Kai.
Yahweh, Adonai Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai Mashiach.
Con. The Lord is one. That's right.
Khan, Maranatha,
Ranatha.
to our brother Judah Nats. Shalom by Yah. Peace to your house. See you at the top, ranked up with the best of them. Khan.